Good Monday morning. And wow, it's a-raining. It's a-raining. We're getting steady rain up here, which we really desperately need. It's the beginning of the week, another week to get the feet moving, the brain moving. And good Monday morning there to those who watch my show. Here's a jacket. I don't even know whose jacket this is. But it's raining pretty good, so I don't get soaked before I get the day going. But here we are on a late start. Busy weekend. Kicked my butt. Now I got well problems. Again, this well out here just drives you nutty. And I swear the guy up the road here selling water is creating all the problems because I just never had this many well problems of debris being in my water and shutting down my filter and having no water in my house ever. And just in the last few years, ever since this guy across the road about a mile from here started selling water by the tank loads, it just seems like something ain't right, people. Gotta get in the house. I'll be right back. Alright, gotta play with the well today. But wow, what a beautiful season with all the trees now coming into bloom. The red buds. All the just beautiful time of year now for the scenery is definitely changing on us, and the trees are gonna have their full-blown leaves. Incredible how it just keeps on moving. That's how Mother Nature is, whether we're here or not. It just keeps on going to another day of our ongoing travels in this physical world that we all are in at this moment. Hopefully you are. Hey, a thought to Sleek Hobbies. Sleek Hobbies, a subscriber of mine, reached out yesterday saying that he was in a motorcycle wreck, which, wow, you just hate to hear these stories because I ride motorcycles. But I can relate with the danger you defy once you get on a motorcycle. And, it's incredible. His Indian FTR 1200, which I have one of those, he got a death wobble out of it. I've had a death wobble. I know everybody watched the Indian Pursuit have a death wobble, but I've been on a Harley at about 110 miles an hour where the death wobble started to come upon me. So I know that feeling. It's freaky as all get out, but hearts and prayers for Sleek Hobbies, and hopefully he recovers. And does he continue to ride or not? I don't know. Is there sometimes the end of the road of enjoying motorcycles?
I hope your recovers go well.
Yep. So anyways, here we are, and the daily morning conversations of what do we talk about?
Hey, Dad.
Hey, baby.
Do you mind if I go to the gym?
You go to the gym.
Alright.
Okay, so the kid's going to go to the gym. I'm going to lock down the doors because, nope, see, watch him. Hold on, stop. He's going to follow you. No, Rebel. No. Jesus Christ. It just doesn't end. It doesn't end. So funny, the kids. No, Prince, Gypsy. It's cool up here. It's not like really cold, but I'm definitely dressed up more for season. I just found this jacket I bought last year at Costco. It disappeared. I just found it in the closet in the house. Oh my gosh. Here we are. Here are the morning conversations of what's the language today. I don't know. I've just been so busy outside working around my property. And I just haven't been watching the news. Yesterday, if you watched one of my videos, I just happened to sit down to have lunch when the New York Rangers and the Capitals, which I don't watch hockey anymore, but I just put that on instead of watching something else. And to see Alexander Ovechkin surpass Wayne Gretzky's goals he's scored in his career of being a National Hockey League player, which he's been here most of his life. That's just so hard to believe. Like, man, that guy's been here forever. But it's just incredible how they kind of matched each other on the number of games they played, and Ovechkin got him by 1 point. It was a great ceremony. It was a very emotional thing, I think. I really kind of felt what I think everybody else felt in that arena up in New York of, what an incredible accomplishment for a guy that's, who's going to do that? Nobody thinks that there's anybody anytime soon that's going to be able to match that or surpass that. So, wow, just hats off to Alex and the Capitals organization. And they did get a championship under their belt with him And Ted Leonis, incredible how Ted Leonis, he came from being a local America Online employee. I don't know if he was the vice president or whatever he was back in the day. I'm trying to think of Steve, the guy that was the CEO that was helped AOL survive. I just can't think of his name right now. But anyways, Ted Leonis, he made his millions off of the AOL, America Online. It's incredible how the younger generation doesn't realize the true beginnings of the internet. The true beginnings of internet was basically running through copper wire of phone lines. They were utilizing the telephone lines, and the speed was pathetic. Anytime you wanted to see a picture or download a picture or send a picture, it took forever. But you paid by the usage. You paid by the minute of usability of AOL. I can remember my first wife and we had AOL. This is back like in 1992. 91, 92, 93, the true beginning of the internet really starting to come to be. And AOL was based right here in Ashburn, Virginia, literally in my own backyard. Never knowing back then I should have bought stock. Had made my millions back then, no clue. another time, another day, but I wasn't making a lot of money per se, but I don't think you had to spend a lot of money to make money, and people were being handed $1 million stock options, and everybody and brother became so-called rich overnight at AOL because you had to pay by the minute or by the usage, the gigabyte, megabyte, whatever it was back then. So Ted Leonis, the owner of the Washington Capitals that bought out the what was used to be the Washington Bullets is now the Wizards. And I'm trying to remember the name, the Polans. Was it named the Poland family? I think it was. So he bought them out years ago. But was it like Steve Chase? I just can't remember. The big guy that Time Warner bought out AOL, that was a total fiasco. It totally, I think, devalued the company. So if anybody's really abreast to the 2000 years of the internet boom and crash, which, that's just so incredible. We've had this technology sector crash before, but for some reason everybody believes this artificial intelligence is the latest, greatest thing since sliced bread, and all it's going to do is make tons of money, which I've talked about in so many ways on my channel of NVIDIA and all these other companies that are buying up these semiconductor chips like never ever seen, but yet the usability and the people that are going to actually gravitate and maximize the investments for all that infrastructure, does it ever play out to be? And but I've had tons of those conversations in my channel. If you watch my channel, so once again, it was more about Ted Leonis and just recognizing he's been successful in his career of now owning sports organizations versus being a media guy or a internet guy. And he used to be so big. He was a very heavy, big set guy. And he's lost a ton of weight over the years. So he's a much better capability. So so there that is. And so then, wow, for me, not really watching the news, but I guess just I talked about it over and over again on my channel, and Donald Trump comes back in office, the hate of the hate of the hate will be back in the streets. And as you're seeing right now, the hate of the hate of the hate, especially with Elon Musk, it's incredible how Trump and Musk, some of the most hated guys in this country at this time, and the protests and rallies are gaining traction. And then for Trump, as we all know, is probably now Trump is one of the most hated guys in the world at this point because of his tariffs. Some people are claiming that people are already toe healing to his tariffs that they're all going to come to table. They're going to bend their knee and they're going to come to table and they're going to kiss Trump's ass and it'll all be okay. Now, I don't know. I really haven't been following the news in any great length because I've been so busy working outside of my property. And it's just the news. It's the news, how they twist it. But at the same time, I guess the markets have crashed. I mean, in so many ways, would we be better off, this country just really going crashing in so many ways, where if you're a person who doesn't have a lot of money, but you have enough money set aside to buy stocks that would then, eventually go back up over time. I mean, the stock market's notorious in going up and down. In hindsight, for me, I wish I would have been buying stocks back 4 or 5 years ago, because if I would have timed it right, I would have made some really good money instead of doing what I'm doing, talking to you and spending my time focused on this. So, but I think in some ways, the country needs to have a reset. People want to hear it because if you have a lot of money in the stock market, you're not so happy right now. People want to hear it because you're selling cars and you can't sell the amount of cars you just sell. You don't want to hear it, but I don't know. I mean, but it just seems like the barrel of oil. I talked about this so many times on my channel on how the oil industry made more money under Joe Biden than Donald Trump. It's incredible. The oil industry went broke under Donald Trump because of the pandemic. They went broke. Under Joe Biden, they made more money in record profits ever made in modern times. I mean, but now the barrel of oil is getting to be $60 or below. So for you and I, it's going to be a great thing. The $2 gas is right around the corner. I mean, it really is. The $3 $2.50 diesel fuel is not far off as well because the whole world oil markets are reacting to what they see is going to be a whole worldwide financial collapse of Donald Trump's tariff game that he's putting on so many countries. So, but does it last? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm the last guy you want to ask about how you invest your money. Yeah, I'm the last guy you want to ask that about. I'd feel sorry for you if you took my advice. So wow, just incredible on how, once again, I talked about it so much on my channel that when Trump shows back up, the hate machine will go through the roof, and it sure has. Somebody's now saying that they're putting fencing up around the Capitol. Has anybody heard of this? They're saying that right now that Trump is now ordering, I think, military assistance, and they're putting fencing up around the Capitol. I don't know. Is this factual? Anybody know about this? What's going on? What's the next big thing? Trump's only got one tenure. What's he to lose? Right now, I think Trump's position is, how can he piss off as many people as he wants to piss off? What's there to lose? What are you going to do? Kick him out of office? What are you going to do? Not reelect him? I mean, it's going to do harm to the GOP party, but I mean, at the end of the day, or does he become the biggest winner in modern times? No. Don't be screwing my damn car. Jesus Christ, man. These dogs just ruin everything. Yeah, I was telling Julie and Stephanie over breakfast yesterday, it was just like, it's just in hindsight, why'd I do this? Because it strapped me. It has so strapped me to have to live on my property. Can't do anything. It's a pain in the ass. I know, build a dog kennel. I don't have the money nor the time to build a dog kennel. I'm not going to build a dog kennel. So, I mean, anybody keeps on bringing that up. I'm not building a dog kennel. Never have had one. The challenge is when I leave town, who takes care of the dogs? And you even have a dog kennel, you still have to have somebody come by and take care of the dogs. What, a dog's just going to magically take care of himself? You leave for a week, and the dogs are going to be all self-sufficient? You're still going to have to somebody babysit the dogs. So it just doesn't end. For me, like you say, this is a huge responsibility. And at my age in life, in so many ways, I shouldn't have done it. Because it's just too much. It's too much. And people are like, well, sell the dogs. I'm not going to do that. Give the dogs away. Yeah, right. You think my wife's not that happen? You think my daughter's not that happen? That ain't going to happen. You're on the outside. It's just like you tell somebody how to run their marriage, how to run their kids. You're not married. You don't know how to. You're not in a situation. It's always it's a constant. Let me tell you what to do. Yeah, right. No, let me tell you what to do. I mean, that's what social media brings. That's a fine line of social media. It's let me tell you what to do. No. Let me tell you what to do. So I'm not asking you to tell me what to do, for the record. So here we are. It's another Monday morning conversation. Not a lot to bring to you because I'm not really in tune with me being so much more involved with so many other things going on. And it's that time of year where the season changes, and it is a lot of work if you want to get the property righted. Well, that's what I'm trying to do because I'm just not traveling anymore, and that's just where it is. And no, hey, you, just stop it. Yeah. Oh, you know what I got to do? So, one trick to this well issue is I got to start running my water. So, the well guy said you probably have to run your water 20, 30 minutes to hopefully just get all that debris out of that line in that well, because that well is stirring up the, here we go. This will be the next thing you'll be chomping on. Let's get out of here. But yeah, so I just have to run my water. I should have done that when I first walked out here, because the well expert guy's like, you just have a lot of stuff being stirred up in your well, and sometimes just cycling the water for 20, 30 minutes, and you run it, and then, you let it settle again, and you run it again, you hopefully start blowing out all that debris, because these filters that I have in my basement where my water line comes in, those filters are $10 each. Yesterday I went through 2 filters. My wife called me late last night, said there's no water. So right now, if I was really using the water on a regular basis in my house right now, I could be spending $40, $50 a day just in filters because of all the debris that's in this well. And I've had this well looked at numerous times. And each time they come back, it's like the well's good. There's just a lot of stuff in it. We don't know really what's going on. I'm always intrigued now to know what the hell's going on. But I have so much debris from the birds moving in here. This is all now. Yeah, you just all birds. The birds are driving you nuts. But they haven't been that bad yet. But they will be. So anyways, that's it. I got a really busy day, everybody. And it's just, just trying to bring you guys content and conversation, which isn't so easy. And I got a lot of other things going on. Just too much going on the personal side. So just to try to keep the morning conversation going, that's it. Tons to talk about, always talk about. But I got to go. God bless. Have a great day.